All right, so glad you could join me right here on the Heat Wave. Thanks a lot for making time out. And of course, today I have a special guest in the studio. Special in a way that she's not used to being on the other side of the seat. She's the one who likes asking questions to the people. The person I have in the studio is a vivacious individual and who, in my own perspective, I should say she's done wonders in the television industry in the country. She is a prime example of young, talented, and beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Heat Wave, and allow me to introduce to you Hellen. How are you?
Hi, I love the intro.
Oh, wow.
You can say it again.
Thank you so much. Wow. You know what? I was going through your pictures. I was trying to pick a picture to put on my Instagram to tell people you're going to be on the show. And one thing that I found strikingly consistent about you is that you smile a lot. How do you do that?
It's natural. It's like something that I've always had. I always smile. Like, I'll meet you the first time, I'm like, hi. And
do people get you at it? Like, sometimes, like, oh, do people talk about your smile?
yeah. Just last week, there's a man who came in the office and he's like, hi. And I'm like, hi, you're welcome. He's like, why are you smiling at me? I'm like, I'm welcoming you. Oh, okay. Thank you.
You know, so I was wondering, like, is it something that's natural or something that you've learned? Like, it's always cool to smile.
No, always been natural. Actually, it was when I was young, my sisters would make fun of me, like, I've got this huge smile, which I started getting a bit uncomfortable because I thought, let me try to be making it small, but it
doesn't go anywhere. It's a natural thing. It's a good thing, though.
Thing.
You know, it actually makes you look like you have a warm personality, which I wouldn't doubt you do have.
Yeah, I think so. I make people very comfortable around me. I think that defines warmth in me. Yes.
Absolutely great. And I'm so shocked, like, you don't own a pet whatsoever. Not a dog, not a cat, because one people like you would always have a dog to cuddle with and all of that. What, are you not a pet person, or you've just never had time to groom one?
I love dogs. I want a fluffy, but unfortunately I have no one to remain with it at home. And you know, they love to bond. So I'll be like away from home the whole day.
Yeah.
Plus, my husband is not a pet person, so I'm just teaching him to love dogs. So by the time we get the fluffy, he'll be like,
wow.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Yeah. You know, like, so tell me, when did you get into broadcasting?
I started when I started with acting in 2009 because I completed my high school in 2008. 2009, I moved to Lusaka in Benin. I want to act. Then there was this movie that I was supposed to start on TV2, the time they were just opening.
Yeah.
Then I was getting there, then we shot some scenes, but something went wrong and we couldn't go on. So in 2010, I was at home, then I'm like, I always wanted to be a journalist. So I'm watching Smooth Talk, then I'm like, I can work with him somehow. So I looked for his number. I had a lot of ideas running through my head.
Yeah.
I looked for his number. I called him on a Saturday. I remember watching him on TV, watching Innocent Karuk on TV, and I'm waiting for him to finish doing Kwacha Good Morning so I can call him. When he just finished, I called him, said, hey, I'm Hellen, I've got this idea. I'd love to work with you on Smooth Talk. And he says, okay, let's meet up on Monday. When I met up with him on Monday, we talked. He asked me a lot of questions about Zambian music, and he realized that I follow it. And
wow.
He said, I think I can work with you. And that was like the beginning of my journey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Absolutely great. So from acting to TV, was it a dream of yours to always be in front of the camera?
I don't know if it's been. I always said I want to be a journalist. I didn't really know if I wanted to be in front of the camera, but you watch people reading news and you're like, I want to be reading news. That was the kind. In class, they tell you to draw something. Like, what do you want to do? I'll draw somebody reading news. I'll find myself in class interviewing, the guys who would sing in class, and I'm like, okay, so I'm your interviewer. But it wasn't really like, I have to be on TV. It started growing as it was coming. I just knew that I needed to do something in the industry. Yeah. Either I wanted to sing, because I loved singing. I even played keyboard a little. Well,
wow.
It's either I was going to sing or just something. It's like the industry was just calling me. It was in me. Then eventually I was like, okay, I worked behind the scenes for a long time. Then I was innocent and said, I think you're ready to be on TV. But I had this baby face, so they always avoided me to be in front of the TV.
Why? Why was that?
Because they said my face looked like I needed to be on Kids and Teens. They actually took me, and I was like, I'm not a teenager, so I can't blend with the teens.
It's crazy when your body says something else and you are something else.
Yeah, so I took long, but so eventually TV just grew and I loved it, and I love being in front of the camera.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So growing up, you always had your support from your mother, and your family is like a huge thing for you, like your family.
Yeah, I grew up in a family setup. Like, family is really important for us. like my parents, my mother. If you see us, like we meet, it's always been a big family together. So whatever you do, it's important that you get their support. And my parents are those that will really look at what you like. They don't want you to force into doing something that you don't like because they don't want you to blame them at the end of the day. So they say, we'll pay for what you want, so don't fail. Achieve whatever you're going to do, we'll support you as long as you do a good job. So when I told them I wanted to study journalism, first my brother was a bit skeptical because my elder sister did journalism.
Oh, yeah?
She was not practicing. Like, how can you have 2 journalists in the family? Study law. Because I had a bit of interest in law, and I was like, okay, I'll go for it. But then it's like my whole life was driving me to journalism. So eventually I just said, you know what? I think, look, I'm already at ZNBC, I'm doing stuff. Let me move this up. But my parents were like in full support. The first time I told them I'm acting, they were a bit skeptical, but they said, okay, if this is what you want, do it. Then I told them, okay, I'm going to TV now. Because I left them that time. They were interviewed, so I would just call them, okay, I'm going to TV. I'm doing this. I'm independent. So I would just call them and say, okay, I met Innocent Karuka today and this is what I want to do. They're like, oh, okay, great, all the best. And they kept supporting. They're like the biggest supports I have.
Wow. Yeah. So do you get like calls when you're on TV like, oh, we're watching?
Yeah, they come. They even go like, ha. So because like now they're used that I'm on TV. So the only time we'll call is, we enjoyed this episode, like for my show. This episode was really good.
Oh my God, that must feel so good for you, right?
Yeah, it does. It
like your family is just way behind you, like.
Yeah, like everyone is willing to watch you. Like even when somebody says something negative, you find that your sister or your brother will just come in and say, we like what you do. We like what you do. So it's great encouragement for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, like somebody would look at you and think it's been a great journey. Like it's all been uphill. Have you had your down moments towards to where you are today? Yeah,
a lot. It's been rough. It's not the easiest journey that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of competition and it's a rough journey for you to get employment, because I think now at least we have a lot of companies that can employ media people, but then the time I was starting in 2010, it was like very few companies that you think of that would employ you.
Yeah.
So even when I started working with ZNBC, I was working voluntarily, even though people were there supporting me and excited, but I was not getting anything, like literally nothing.
Wow.
There was a time I walked from ZNBC to home, and home was like behind me on the hill, so you have to.
Yeah.
And because I'm not the type to always ask, I'm like, let me just take a walk, and you just walk like you just want to walk, but then you just don't have the money.
Yeah.
But every day you keep pushing. Sometimes they'll tell you, sometimes you get bad vibes. Like, because when I started the whole thing working voluntarily, then I went to school. I even started working in town, so I was working double. ZNBC and in town.
Yeah.
The job in town was paying me something, but very little, but I just needed something to sustain me. Then ZNBC on some days. When I went into school, I told my dad to be paying for me in boarding, so I moved to a boarding house because it was closer to ZNBC.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting anything. Then I started my internship, and I worked in the newsroom from 2012. Then they kept extending for me, like my bosses liked me. Then they said, we'll extend for you. Then eventually they just said, okay, we'll write to Human Resources, we can have you work voluntarily here. But then, so many I wasn't getting even that intern money.
Yeah.
So it's a free, they even gave me to run, they introduced education news and they told me to be doing the education news. So I was doing that, I wasn't getting anything. Then in the process, actually it was before they gave me the education news, when they just said, we want her here because she's doing a good job. Then one of the bosses just goes like, I think I'm tired of working with you. You know, like something like that. Like, I'm tired of working with you. I want to work with fresh students. I know you're about to finish school and they're promising you a job. But I think just go home and I'll find some other people. And, you know, that's a point when you're feeling like, I'm getting close to getting a job.
Exactly. And then, boom.
Yeah. Then they throw that. I went to cry. I remember that day. That's like, I was really broken. I knocked off being strong. I tried to go because I was like the person I was really close with at ZNBC was Innocent, obviously because he's the person I met first.
Yeah.
So I went to his office, I complained, but I didn't really cry. I tried to be strong, but when I just got home, and that time I was at the boarding house, my friends were like...
Just broke down.
Yeah, my friends were like, you seem low. I'm like, I'm fine, because I'm always the hype one. And no. And I just broke down and cried and said, look, I was getting this close to getting this job. Then, I don't know how God puts things together, because I continued doing entertainment with Innocent. Yeah. Then they called me back in the newsroom. That's when they even gave me, they were introducing the education news. They wanted to take it up. And I started. Still, I wasn't getting paid. It was a bit rough. It's a bit rough just to get where Eventually, I got employed later in the entertainment department because they
Yeah.
advertised newsroom. I couldn't get the job.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it was a good platform for me. I'm not a news person, but I like the fact I always want to fight wherever you take me. So that was like one of the greatest challenges.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainment person. I joined for entertainment, and they take me to the newsroom. I had no say. I complained. It's so stressful, and if it's something that's not really new.
Mm-hmm.
But I told myself I'm not gonna fail.
Absolutely.
So I would do a good job. So I was very happy when my bosses would tell me to we want you to stay. We want you to. So challenges have really been there.
Yeah.
Even now we still face challenges. Our industry is not as big as other countries. So for you to survive, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to put in. Sometimes when people hear a story, they would even tell you to quit.
Yeah.
So I don't like sharing everything with some people because they'll discourage you.
True that. And it's always funny when they see on TV like, okay, she got it. How did she do it? I also want to do it. It looks like all perfect, but behind that, there's always, stories like this that are always. So what would be like your ultimate, what did I say, magic wand? What has been your greatest trait in terms of making sure that you always stay focused and strong, regardless of all this? What has been your strongest points?
I think I don't know how I become strong. I think I pray.
Is it?
Yeah, I pray because I can tell you, is it 2 years ago, 2014? Yeah, I was almost quitting, I guess. 2015.
Wow.
I was almost quitting because I was frustrated. Then obviously some people came in and they tried to encourage me. My husband, then before we were not even married, he's the one who kind of talks to me because I would break down and say, I want to quit. There's too much frustrations going on because, sometimes you're frustrated just before you go and say it, you cry.
Yeah,
they're
smiling to the cameras.
Yeah. So I prayed. I think some things happen so we can get closer to God. Because I grew up in a Christian home. My dad is a pastor.
Is it?
So I always have that backbone. No matter how much I will go astray somehow, my foundation is so Christian. So I always go back. I prayed, I fasted, and I think that really made me strong.
Wow, you don't look like more of a spiritual person to me. That's so good, that's so refreshing.
Yeah.
Do you find that, coming from that background, do you find it, sometimes it crisscrosses with your entertainment
Yeah, at first
showbiz?
It was really hard at first, but because my dad is a pastor and he supports me, it's encouraging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been the different one in the family. I've always been, amongst my sisters, I've always been the one who is on the way and people will talk like,
Always.
1 hour pastor, 1 hour China, but then I know it was a bit tricky at first, people are going to talk, but then I'm expecting my parents to talk, and then they're like, we saw, that was good. What you did there was good.
Gives you a boost, 100%.
Yeah, so I think their support has really helped me, having such a background, and they seem to understand that this is my job. All they don't want to hear is that I've stopped putting God first in what I do.
Wow.
My mom is always calling and saying, are you praying? Even when I call to say I'm going through a situation, she just pray.
Wow.
Pray. So I know that even if I go to her to cry, she'll still tell me to pray. So sometimes I just pray and I say, okay, you know what? I remember my friend asking me, Ken one, how do you manage? Because I was going through a rough time and saying, you're strong. And I told him, you know what, sometimes in life you have to understand that someone can put you in a certain situation, but at the end of the day, the only person who knows where we're supposed to be and who is going to take us wherever we're supposed to be is God.
Yeah.
Because nothing. So I think that's saying, I always tell myself, if I wasn't going to be here, if God didn't want me to be here, so I'll be here. So I really pray a lot.
That's great. That's great. That's so refreshing. That's inspiration out right there. All right. So now, keeping a relationship together is quite stressful sometimes. More so if you're in the public eye. How do you manage to share your time between family and being away on assignments for some time?
Oh, that one is hard. That one is hard, especially with my family that's a bit distant. It's hard. I see them once in a while. Yeah, so I just have to keep it on the phone, because my job is really demanding. Because even just keeping a relationship within Lusaka sometimes becomes a challenge. Yeah. But I always try, for people who are really close by, I always try to balance. When I'm free, I'm like, okay, today I'm visiting these people, today I'm visiting these people. Yeah, so it's not easy.
All right. Hard. So, do you feel like media has changed you a bit? What are your relatives saying after getting on TV? Have you changed a bit, or maybe that's when now they're seeing more of you?
Oh yeah. Did you read my post on Facebook?
Yeah. I think you posted something, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her this now.
Yeah, some people will get upset with you sometimes for not seeing them, and most people are quick to say, you're skitting, like.
Yeah.
I just wish like they could understand, because there's a lot that goes on for you to just find that free time to be there physically all the time. It's
Even when you genuinely miss them.
yeah, like you miss people, you miss hanging out with your friends. Sometimes you make an appointment, okay, today can we link up? Then it just doesn't happen. So some people, some are understanding. Some understand. They say, oh, we don't see you. We know you're busy. At least we see you on TV. You don't get to see us.
Yeah.
But like for some people, they take it so personal. You find that even when you call them, they become so cold. It's not easy, but I'm just hoping. And that day, because I posted something on Facebook in those lines, because somebody very close to me didn't seem to understand that I wasn't there on purpose. Like it happened because certain things just happened around me and I couldn't move. I just said, you know what? Like sometimes life happens with work. We have these side deals coming up, and life gets
tangled
crazy.
up, and time really becomes limited, becomes a luxury, and sometimes I also feel like that. I also wish people would understand that in as much as we get busy, you always miss people at the back of your head, but then just to find the time to actually do that, it's crazy. So let me ask you, do you sort of get groupies, like people just sliding in your inbox and texting you all these crazy things and stuff?
Yeah, that happens like every day.
Is it? How do you deal with that though? I've always wanted to find out.
One thing I would love people to know is that we're human. Like
First off,
yeah, we're human before we are this TV job that we have. Because for me, it's a job, So sometimes I try to be as friendly as possible to reply to messages, but then some people get too. When you say hi back, it's like you put yourself in a hole whereby they can say whatever they want to say.
Start getting creepy from there.
Yeah, and it makes you uncomfortable. And for some people, they just don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
They'll say hi. You say hi. How are you? Fine. How are you? Fine. Okay. Tomorrow, hi. Then sometimes you're like, oh, okay. Or sometimes you actually forget to reply because there's a lot of messages. You're like, oh, I'll reply later. Then they start saying a lot of things. Hey, you don't want to reply to messages. Hey, unfriend me. What. But that happens. But I try my best to like be friendly enough, respond to these people, because those are the people that make us who we are. So I really like to appreciate them, and that's why I put in my effort replying. But sometimes when somebody's getting too personal with me, I don't like people who get too personal with me. As much as I'm in the public eye and I seem vulnerable, like anybody can be close to me, I have certain limits. There are certain friends that I talk to about certain things, and certain people, you're still a bit like they're still a bit of a stranger. I can't talk about certain things, so it'll be more of hi, how are you? Fine, how's work? Okay, fine. We end there. So if they get a bit personal, I just go quiet, and they find it offensive when they start talking, but I really just ignore.
Hope your husband understands that, because it's gonna be crazy. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, like having to deal with that on a daily basis. He proposed to you on TV. Did that get you by shock, like by surprise?
Yes. Too much. I was sick actually. What people don't know is that I was sick for a week.
Is it?
Yeah.
After that? Man, I saw that. I was like, my man.
I got the for a week. I was like, especially when I'm with him, like I'm not saying, I'm just being mute. Unknowing mute.
Not knowing what to say. Like,
dude, what's wrong? Like, nothing. I was like a mess because I still couldn't believe it. Like, kept on TV.
Seriously, in front of the nation, like you did that. But I think that was really amazing, man. It doesn't get any classier than that.
Yeah, I know.
That was amazing.
Nice. It was nice.
That was amazing. And you guys had a colorful wedding. We saw it on social media. Do you feel that also changes people's perspective about you to some extent?
I think so. Like in a positive way for most people, I think. Because there's this perspective that women in the industry don't get married.
Exactly,
They only sleep around. So I think, some people were really shocked. Like, oh, so you've been in a serious relationship? Like, like that kind of thing. Oh, you want to dating a musician? Like, people just assume that's going to get married to a musician or DJ.
That's what they like, most of them. So, that's quite different. And congratulations for that. How's it going so far?
Oh, so far so good. 1 year down the line. So,
wow.
Good. Yeah.
Wow. That sounds great.
It's a learning process. I'm waiting to welcome you.
Definitely. All right, still watching the Heat Wave. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sonda faces attacks from his family for still being single. He visits Lukombo village and with the help of his grandfather, he intends to marry and ends up falling for a cursed princess. Fate favors the young sister. And the princess becomes jealous. Ends up with an outcast. She is banished from the palace.
QTV brings to you a show taking you on an exciting roller coaster as you meet remarkable people from all walks of life, sharing their extraordinary life stories, arts, entertainment, lifestyle. Join Marvelous, Sipokazi, Lucia and Kirsty on the new and exciting magazine show, 54.
Sure. Hey, money. Hey, money. Oh, my won't stumble. I need to the moon. Galogu. Ubani kama lako. I need to the moon. Galogu. Ubani kama lako. Swag like this doesn't come too easy. 25K doesn't come too easy. I so big easy.
All right, welcome back to watching the Heatwave, and of course, while you're at it, visit our Facebook page, is QTV Zambia, and of course, you can also catch up with other programs on our YouTube channel, that is QTV Zambia. And I'm in the studio with Hellen, and we're talking more about her and her life and her busy schedules and all of that. Now, let's talk about, you have your own TV show named after you. I was like, this is so cool. Man, this is what, for the first time in Zambia, I think that's the first show that's named after the presenter, and that is great. Absolutely great.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit more about the show.
Okay, Unwrapped with Hellen is more of a show, it's more of like this, we see people and we don't know who they are, we don't know what they've been through in their lives, we don't know the challenges they faced. So I just want, because I love watching reality shows and I love watching people's biographies. So I'm saying we don't have, people are so private in Zambia, let's talk about them. Though there's a bit of scandals, I want to clear the rumor. There's this rumor about you, Chali, and I just want to talk about it, clear the air, talk about it. If you have a certain relationship, it's just about you, know the other side of the celebrities and appreciate them more.
Yeah, absolutely great. So is this along your lifelong dream? Are we seeing more of that?
Yeah, more of that, and I hope to grow, and I'm hoping to get more ideas and see how it goes. May just be the next Oprah.
Yes, big dreams. Dreams do come true, though.
Yeah,
dreams do come true. And I remember talking to you about your star signs. You're not into stars, astrology, and all of that. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Come from a Christian background, I don't either. But you cannot. And when you say that, I actually got interested, and I went to check Pisces, which is your star sign, and it says you are compassionate, artistic, and intuitive. Do you find yourself sometimes being overly trusting in people?
Yeah, I've actually been disappointed many times. Though these days, I think I'm getting a little bit careful. When I'm close to someone and I feel like, oh, we're friends, then I'll trust them more, and I'm very open. I'll share a lot of things with you. I'll share ideas.
Yeah.
So then I end up regretting, and I'm like, maybe I didn't say really easy. I would have taken the friendship a little slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See. All right, so now for somebody who's watching you right now and they probably get inspired and they want to take the same direction that you took, what will be your timely and ultimate advice?
You have to be passionate. First things first. In this, our career, you need passion to drive you, because there's a lot of challenges and maybe you won't be getting the money that you expect to be getting. So passion really has to drive you. So passion and creativity. You need to be creative and know your strength, because there's a lot of things in broadcast. So you need to know your strength and stick to your strength and groom it and work hard. Pray.
Pray always, So now we're gonna get to a quick test. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want you to answer within half a second.
Okay.
Don't even think about it. All right. So quick test. Let's talk about lunch. Home cooked or takeaway?
Home cooked.
If you're locked in for 10 days, what would you rather have? Movies or music?
Music.
Music.
Yeah.
Okay. Last time you cried, how long ago was it?
I think 2 weeks ago.
I don't want to ask what happened.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask what happened. One thing that you can't leave the house without.
My phone.
How come I was expecting that answer?
Probably because a lot of us love phones.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, a radio star sign, and this is what it says for you today.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently radiant and glowing with happiness. This is a refreshing change after gloom of the past few weeks. Apparently, the decision you made worked out for the best. Let the good times roll.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar?
Sounds familiar. Very familiar.
Keep shining. Thanks a lot for making an appearance.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Absolutely. All right. I've been talking to TV personality Hellen on the show right here. And make sure to catch me again right here on QTV next time. This has been Chali. You've been great. Bye-bye.